Friends, welcome back to Manables and welcome back to our next JoJo Bizarre Adventure reaction. I actually have no idea what to expect in these next episodes, so let's just jump right into it, I guess. Hi, how's it going? Check out this thing. Greatly appreciate it. Consider liking, commenting, subscribing, consider showing any kind of support whatsoever, but don't show it by going to my other videos and demanding for JoJo's, because that is disrespectful and I do not like that. But you can go to my gaming channel. I have a gaming channel. Go check out that shit if you like long-form gaming content. I also have a Twitch where I stream twice a week because I enjoy that kind of shit as well. And then this reaction channel, which you're already here. All right, anyway, let's what's this, episode 3? JOJO'S.
あんたは僕の仲間になるからだ。僕はあんたのボスを倒してこの町を乗っ取るつもりでいる。
I like that.
ルカをやった犯人は探せなかったことにし、お前が組織に入団できるよう紹介しよう。しかしだ、もしボスを倒そうとしていることが途中でバレたときは。
I'm assuming he's gonna be like, hey, if you get caught whatsoever, I'm gonna pretend like I don't know you, I didn't know this was going on, so I'm just gonna save my own ass. And I'd be like, totally fair. Because that would be like my case. I'm like, hey, let me in. Don't risk anything that you got going on for you. If you want, you can help me go for it, but this is what I'm telling you, just stay out of my way. I'm gonna do this myself. But if it involves you getting in danger, do not worry about it. All right, I will take care of it myself. I will reap I will take the repercussions. Just, you know, I think that is totally fine.
ほどのお前の気高き覚悟と黄金のような夢にかけよう。ジョルノ・ジョバーナ。
JOJO'S. Oh, I'm so excited. Did this? All right, real quick before we jump into the intro, before I do my little dancing and I thank Patreon, because the intros are usually the time where I thank my Patreon people. I think this is a very fun idea for a part. Is like gang and like mob stuff and like some like secret like warfare kind of shit. I think it's just I think it's gonna be a good time. All right, we've already seen some really weird shit. I already like where the story's going. You know, I enjoyed the haunted like town. I think that's a fun idea too. But like we haven't had like, all right, so the town was fun, but it wasn't like super. It didn't need to be action packed. It was more like lore driven. Right, there's a lot of fun stuff in the town. It had a lot of personality. But like this has the potential to be like chaotic. You know, we're going into gang territory. There's gonna be a lot of fights. There's gonna be a lot of crazy shit. There's gonna be like torture, I'm assuming. There's gonna be betrayal, guns, JOJO'S. You know, it's gonna be a lot of good shit. So I mean, I think this is gonna be a good time. Anyway, let me get past the intro.
気になればいつでもここを出ることができる。だがそれをしない。その必要がないんだ。
なぜ？
行けばわかるよ。
We will see for ourselves, but I think he's technically got a point. It depends on also how well he's living in this situation. We will find out in a few minutes, maybe even 30 seconds. But if you are a mob boss, or if you're a big boss man, and you got like a decent amount of prisoners that are your like subordinates, you're pretty safe in there. You know, because like you got your army, you know, everything's like concise and organized, and you have like actual officials having to watch you because they have to, you know. So you like this is a very defensive layer. You might not be living your most luxurious life, but maybe he is. He could be paying off the guards and stuff. But you know, strategically, it's not a bad idea as long as you can get the message out to other people. We'll see how he's doing. Okay. So far, does not seem luxurious, so I guess we'll see if there's anything different on the other side of these doors coming up. But I mean, he's definitely safe, but I don't think he'd be in any danger, so I guess why do you want to be in a actual intense prison? Interesting. This is kind of chaotic. Jesus. Oh. Okay. Got the essentials. Why does that blanket look like a jacket? It almost looks like your jacket. The fuck?
怪我でもしているのかね。その左腕。
あれはベッドじゃなく。
Holy shit. Look at this Snorlax. Holy fuck. That is a big boy. What is going on with that hat? Are you like bleaching your hair? You doing highlights? Huh? Are you a stand? Are you just a big man? Like, I have a lot of questions.
スカンモルツァチーズとキャビアをクラッカーに乗せて食べるとよく合うぞ。
何も渡してはならないし、何ももらってはいけないと言われています。
I don't know if this is I don't know if how the dialogue is supposed to be at this, but like when he speaks, it's and it's not just like the voice alteration either. All right, he has these rolls, these rolls when he speaks. I want to go back to that a little bit, which I guess kind of could be like I don't know how to speak Italian, but I assume they like the you know whatever.
で食べるとよく合うぞ。
何も
Oh fuck, I missed it. Hold on, a little bit farther.
ワインでも飲むかね。極上のキャンティクラシコがある。スカンモルツァチーズとキャビアをクラッカーに乗せて食べると。
So like when he's speaking, since I don't know anything about like the dialogue and anything like this, is it like somewhat like Italian inspired when he speaks because they're technically in Italy? Is this with the other people as well, or is it like just everything's dubbed over like in Japanese? Like what's the case here? Since we know like we're technically in a whole other country and they're not speaking our language, you know? Because I think the entire time that I've heard the rest of the JoJo's parts, we did not have those in any capacity, I think. So I'm just kind of curious on like how that is. You know, you get what I'm asking? I don't know how else to ask it without sounding like a chaotic person, but I guess that's just kind of my forte, right?
ポルコ、
Could be.
ブチャラティと同じようにスタンド使いなのか。どちらにせよ、こちらがそうであると悟られてはならない。
Actually, real quick. You know what this part reminds me of so far? I've never played them, but the Yakuza games. All right? I've been dying to play them, but I'm saving them for a special occasion whenever we do it on Twitch. It's got to be on Twitch, because otherwise, if I made it a YouTube series, it would take decades to get through all of them. Where, like, you're part of a gang, but, like, there's a lot of weird shit that happens, and then people have, like, I don't know if they necessarily have stands, but they have, like, abilities, but it's also like the goofy part. You get what I mean? I think you understand what I mean. If you know what I'm talking about with the Yakuza stuff, that's the idea. Loves it.
なかなか面白いな。
Okay.
だがね。
Okay.
最も大切なことというのは他にあるんだ。
Okay.
それは信頼だよ、ジョルノ・ジョバーナ君。
I mean, he's not wrong. He knows what he's talking about. He's the mob boss, right? Trustworthiness is a huge skill, even in real life, with every situation, with relationships, with your career, with being a mob boss. Trustworthiness is fantastic. Being able to rely on people, being able to like be like, hey, can you do this for me? And they'll do it. You know, it's a great skill. Some even better than some stands. We've seen it.
人が人を選ぶにあたって最も大切なのは信頼なんだ。それに比べたら頭がいいとか才能があるなんてことはこのクラッカーの白素ほどのこともないんだ。
God, why does this show have to be so gross? I think the grossness definitely I think the importance of it is it takes you out of your comfort zone, so it kind of reels you in a little bit more. Because you definitely did not have to slap that bitch onto that glass, because that is disgusting. But it's allowing us to take these beats. You know, it's what I love about the show. You do some weird, you make some weird decisions, but, you know, it works out. It gives it personality. It gives it a little bit of flair.
考えてるような男なら居眠りしたりくしゃみしたりあるいは倒したり突然風が吹いて炎が消えたりしたなら君は信頼できない男ということだ。
Okay. All right. This one's a little bit trickier. Right? I think the biggest problem, and of course there's gonna be other big problems, but the biggest problem is walking out with it, right? We're probably not supposed to be able to walk out with this thing, so we gotta keep it hidden, or we gotta burn ourselves. So it's about taking the fire and taking those like little adventures of like hiding it, of like protecting against wind, birds, whatever the fuck is gonna happen with it, and taking the sacrifice needed to keep the fire ablaze, right?
入団は許可できない。さあ。ライターを手に取りたまえ。
Sure.
これが入団の試験だ。24時間だよ。明日の3時、ここに再び君が面会に来るのを楽しみにしているよ。
I like this guy though. I like him. I don't. What was his name? Passion, right? I like him because he's not like just some. He's not like your typical mob boss style. You know, he's not like your like Sopranos kind of vibe. At least I guess I haven't seen Sopranos, but like it doesn't give off that like more like Italian kind of vibe. He's like playful. He's intelligent still. He's creative. You know, and I like the challenge. You know, it's not like, hey, bring me back the hand of my daughter's boyfriend. He's been bothering me recently. You know, anything crazy like that. It's like, hey, take this fire. Keep it lit for 24 hours. Come back to me tomorrow. And he's like, hey, that's all you need to do.
受け取ることは禁止されています。しまった。ポルポがてっきりこいつらを買収していて、ライターを持ち出す許可を得ていると。
No, sweetie, there's no way. There's no way. I damn well knew that once he gave us that letter, we had to sneak out with that shit. And then we have to sneak back in with it. There's no way we're just like, hey, I'm just going to take this. I'll be back at 3 p.m. You know, that could be a little easy fucking trip. It's gonna be, you have to sneak that shit in your fucking sleeve and let it burn you or some shit like that. Yep. I feel like they would check your hands before anything. All right? If you're coming out of a prison and you're looking like this, do I have anything? AirPods. Sir, what's in your hands? Can you open your hands for me? It seems like there's smoke and it smells like something cooking, and your skin is getting real irritated.
まあいいわ。この程度なら許可しましょう。体感を許可します。
So can he just keep it a flower until he goes back? Like, I'm assuming the big part is like how he knows it's been 24 hours that thing's been lit is the amount of gas that is in that container, which I think technically you could just kind of pour out necessarily. I don't really know the rules of this thing, but I mean, I think there's ways to work around it, but also I don't know if like there's a recorder in there. I don't know. You're fine. Just chill out, dude. Okay. Oh, that's even better than what I was going to talk about. I was going to say, I'm like, all right, so I would put the shit on my desk and I would like prop it up with like books or some shit. Taking a bite out of a piece of bread, that's even better. You just got to make sure the bread can stay like upright because it's a little bit rounded of a bottom, but if you keep it propped, great idea. Love that shit, all right? And a plate in the books.
これでライターは倒れないし、空気が多少動いても今のうちだぞ。またあの日本人だ。名前は確か光一広瀬。なんであいつ僕の住所を知ってるんだ。
I mean, just talk to him, dude. Just talk to him. All right, it's your house. You didn't do anything. You stole his shit, I guess, but like, just give it back. All right, you have much bigger problems to deal with right now.
この手にライターを取り戻さないと。ゴールドエクスペリエンス。
This is the most this is over the top. All right, this is just way too much. I thought you were gonna make it into like a bees, like hive nest, and like chase them out with bees. I thought would have been a great idea, because then you don't have to worry about any of this shit. All right, but you making your ceiling lamp or your ceiling light, whatever. I hate these fucking things, by the way. I hate ceiling lights. Ceiling fans, delightful. Lights, ugly as fuck. Sorry. Second, turning it into a snake. Making it bite the bread. What, are you gonna carry it over to the window? There's way too much work.
I
have no idea why we're not just going to our apartment and staying there. Koichi's gonna leave any second. We could just stay in there, lock the door, barricade it if we have to, and just fucking chill. Going outside with this thing increases the risk substantially of all the bad shit that can happen. This is stressful for no reason.
いや、そんな甘いやつならこんなテストで僕を試したりはしない。
Okay. All right, hold on. I have a thought. What if he just admits it? It's about trustworthiness, right? So I wonder if he gives the lighter, if it's like a test in itself, a test within a test, to be like, hey, as long as they bring it back to me, they tell me they failed the test, you were trustworthy, all right? You did the right thing by telling me you failed the test instead of pretending like you didn't didn't fail it. Most people fail this test because there's not enough gas or whatever the answer's gonna be. But that could be it. It could be it. Maybe the janitor guy's in on it too. Maybe he always splashes the lighter.
さもなくば死への道。
スタンド。こいつポルポのスタンドだ。間違いない。
お前は採点化したのだ。受けてもらうぞ。
Now we see. Now we see. Okay. So if they fail it, they have a chance to be like, hey, you want another chance? 50-50. And fucking like slams that shit at him. So he has the arrow. What the fuck? How many arrows were there? I guess there had to be a whole quiver. It can't just be like, what, 1 or 2 arrows? Maybe there's like 10 of them.
死んでる。傷はないが死んでいる。攻撃されたのが魂だからか。あいつは人の魂を引きずり出し、矢で殺すスタンド。
But it doesn't make it its ability, right? It doesn't make it the stand ability. So I'm sure it has a different like actual purpose, but the fact that it just keeps an arrow in its mouth and just bleh, like Yoshi kills that bitch, bleh, you know, this is a very interesting. All right, new development here, but I have a lot of questions.
チャンスをやろう。
I didn't.
向かうべき2つの道を。
Oh, here. I mean, it might work out for him because he already has a stand. We could be in an okay position. Okay, next episode. And we're back with more fire or lack thereof, I guess.
おかしい。再転化できるなんて絶対におかしい。
お前採点化したな。
We killed an innocent janitor because we broke a match.
これはこいつ僕の影からこうやって魂を引きずり出しているのか。
Oh my god. It just fucking grabbed the fucking stand right out of it seems strong. But what is his actual power? We'll find out after this commercial break. Jesus. What the fuck is going on? Okay, alright, so he travels in the shadows, which could just be his stand's ability, but it still doesn't seem like an ability. It just seems like a effect of the stand, but I guess not all stands can also move through shadows anyway, but like, it's not necessarily a power, it's just a way to transport. You know, so like, it just could have a lot of strength, and that can move really quickly. It could just be a physically strong stand, which I guess some of them are, you know? That's fucking creepy though, isn't it? Where's your lighter?
影だ。やっぱり影の中だ。
That's fucking crazy. That's out of a fucking horror game. Honestly, hasn't been done before, at least to an extent. I think it's a really cool idea that people can utilize in a horror game, but like, you gotta watch. It's like the floor is hot lava in a way, you know. Except when you touch it, it fucking hops out of there. If that face was any scarier, it would for sure be a horror thing. And that means right now they're illustrating that it's dusk, so once it gets dark, he's not gonna be able to run fucking anywhere. So this dude needs to get inside, stay around his fucking lighter, which I wonder if the stand is in the lighter itself and that the light keeps him away. So when the lighter's gone, that's how it knows to come out and be like, hey, who put the shit out?
君は何をやっているんだ。ジョルノ・ジョバーナ。
He's got some fucking timing, doesn't he? Koichi just does not give a fuck about like where he like he just appears at the right place at the right time constantly. He is our little hero. Okay, he is always there to help. He is always there at the prop right when he needs to be. He is Gandalf. A wizard arrives exactly when he needs to be. That is that's him. That's our sweet boy. And watch, he's gonna help him, isn't he? He's like, hey, what's that creepy thing in the shadow? Fucking get on the ground.
影から出ろ。しまった。
採点化を見たら、お前には向かうべき2つの道がある。
Oh my god, I kind of love this stand. Like it's just such a fucking force. You know, the fact that like whoever sees him, it's like a horror movie thing, right? The fucking thing came up and like grabs your fucking head, and he's just like like when he was choking his stand earlier, it was like here, like he was like choking, you know, he was doing it proper, so he was ready to. He was ready to fucking put him down, man. So like this thing does not fuck around, and it's quick. It moves in the shadows. It does its fucking job. This thing is an assassin. It is a very cool. Well, I guess it's the second stand of the mob that we've seen, right? Because the first one was the zipper guy. I'm not good with names yet. I'll get there eventually. But he's able to put body parts in people's mouths.
Gold experience!
One more thing real quick. I just like I notice this every time. I just forget because we always talk about so many different things. But whenever the gold experience come out, you can always hear like a rustling of gold, of like money, of like coins and something. Like, you hear that? I don't know if that's just an effect or if that's going to come into play at some point. But it's just a cute little thing. It's like money.
そしてあの矢についてもなぜ今僕を助けたそんなことより矢のことを答えてくれもう日が暮れるんだなぜ僕を助けた盗人のお前に恩ができたなんて思わないからな
Can we just stop yelling at each other? We're about to get fucking devoured. We're both just get suffocated. It's not even like he kills you in like a fucking, like he doesn't just go, you know, he chokes you. I just find it so vulgar, gory. I don't really know what to fucking call it. It's just like very graphic that like he doesn't have like a standability at like, oh, let me just turn your fucking flesh into like water. And then you, well, I guess that would also be pretty fucking graphic actually.
そうか選ばれるべきものとはこれのことだったんだスタンドが目覚めたものそしておそらくそれこそがポルポの試験の狙い矢のルーツは知らないだけどあれに似たタイプのスタンドに以前出会ったことがある遠隔自動操縦型だあのスタンドは
Yeah, it is. And you know what we gotta do? Gotta call Jotaro and Josuke. Oh, sorry, Josuke. And we gotta call everybody and Grandpa. We gotta be like, hey, Grandpa, can you take the boat over here? We need more help, and we found more arrows. We obviously should get the whole fucking team here again. But I guess we'll find out why they're not going to, because we have our own squad for some reason. But I guess he could develop it within the mob, so he could go like into like, you know, he could break in and be like, I'm gonna go undercover, and then they're like, all right, we're gonna watch from the outskirts. Just let us know when you need us to like jump in.
そいつの両手を重くした地面から指一本立てていられないほどにね 指を離すはずだ
That's crazy. It's showing how strong this bitch is, and he was strangling us earlier. That's fucking crazy. So like his strength has to be an A, but an A is as high as it can go. So I wonder how this would fare in like a punching match against like Jotaro's, which is it's like that is the beefy boy that he will beat the shit out of things. You know what I mean? But like I don't think Jotaro's strength feels like it's this strong, but it could be. I don't know, unless its stats are like doubled in Shadow, but like. It can't go above A, can it? Unless it's just the ability itself? Yeah, of course. I fucking knew there was... You said there was two paths, but there's only one for you. Asshole. He fucking just kills him here. But like, you can't necessarily just kill stands though, right? You have to kill the user. I don't think, have we seen a situation where you can just kill the stand and then you're fine? You know? It's like, hey, bah, just take that bitch out, and then the guy's like, oh no, I'm standless. Sick. Love the fucking like what? Trumpets or jazz, whatever the fucking instruments that were in there. Beautiful.
とはいえ組織に入団できるのだろうか
I'm just saying that like even though they have like a fighting game, I feel like it doesn't give it the respect it deserves. I feel like if they would have made a Yakuza type of series with JoJo, I feel like it would have blossomed. All right, where like maybe you play as like your custom created stand and you go through the ages and you have to keep remaking like characters for like the following parts, and you have random side quests of like holding a fucking lighter, and you have to be a pizza delivery guy, or you have to like raise a bunch of chickens or some shit, and you have to like adjust your powers, and you kind of, it has an overarching I feel like it could have worked really well with that kind of, I mean, the one could exist, but I'm just saying, if they leaned into it, I'd pay some money for that shit.
困った。
Oh yes, okay. Your power is fucking E, Polpo? Oh, so you are Polpo. Okay, so it is his stand. You're right. Okay, cool. Well, now he... Black Sabbath. Nice. Okay, cool. Range A, durability A, speed A, precision E. It's fine. Potential E. A little disrespectful, but sure. Power E. That doesn't make any fucking sense. You know, unless it's really like all of its powers in the shadow, but even then, I feel like it deserves something more than that, right? That an E? Disrespectful.
しては命をかける。
Okay.
殺人も神は許してくれると思っている。それを忘れるな。おめでとう。君の入団を認めるよ。信頼通りライターの炎を消さずに持ってきたからね。
Interesting. So he doesn't even know that went out. I feel like even with the long range stands, they can see what's going on. But I guess not, because there was the whole situation in the part 4 with the Italian guy with the 3 girlfriends or 3 wives, you know, and he had the feet. Right, yeah, he was the feet guy, right? And that was in the middle of the tunnel, and he would drain nutrients out of people, and he didn't know who he was fighting necessarily. So the stands almost sometimes have a mind of their own, or they cannot convey that information sometimes. You know, so I guess in this perspective, as long as he brings it back, but like, how would he know that, like, he didn't just turn it off, turn it back on? And there's the whole trustworthy portion of it, you know?
食事の後は違いに行くからな。
Okay. What a beautiful 2 episodes this was. This technically should have been a part 1 and part 2. He's got such a beautiful office for being such a dark person. You know? Because he's very like, whatever. Yada yada, cause you know, and he's got a fucking beautiful swordfish. He's got a little starfish over here. Everything's nicely lit, classy even.
なるほど。お前の言うことは本当に大切なことだ。お前はあの無関係なじいさんの命を侮辱した。だからお前の拳銃を一丁バナナに変えてきた。
Sure. Hey, you're a piece of shit, so I turned one of your fruit into your weapons. I mean, he can, technically. Well, I guess a fruit is technically a living thing, so yeah, it can work. But I was expecting this guy to kind of last a little bit longer, right? Or is it kind of more of a threat?
最後の食事、よく味わって食べるといいぜ。
Well, you did what you set out to do, but now what the fuck? I thought the whole premise was to get on the side of the mob. It's not who's everybody answer to? He was the big guy, wasn't he? Damn, dude, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, good, we broke the arrow. Sick.
それでどこへ行くんだ？
俺のチームに合わせる。
Oh, it's the fucking squad here.
全員スタンド使いだ。
Oh, we're about to fucking meet the team. Ooh, I'm really excited about the next 2 episodes. This excellent beginning of this part so far. Love it. All right, I will see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. Take it easy.